Hey guys, FilthyRobot here, continuing our playthrough of Tyranny. So let's get going. I want to get down to the Scarlet Camp. Oh no I don't. I almost forgot. So close. I want to go make sure we get the loot out of Graven Ash's tent. Alright, let's grab that first. He's probably like, why are you in here?
That wasn't so
we just
hard.
ignore him and loot the ship behind him. Wow. 5. What do the boots do? Okay. Grab that. Thanks for the help. Cheers. Get out of this way. Did we interact with those guys yet? They give us training, but I don't think we have to interact with them right now. There's not a real lot of point over that. Does this guy want to talk to us at all? Bitter Quip? Yeah, he does. Alright, cool. Okay. Just ask him how he joined this stuff. Blood Chanter, he's a mage. Alright, not a lot going on there that I could tell. Not sure if there are other characters I can interact with. I didn't see any. Sometimes I do miss them. Okay, let's get out of here. We do have level ups on characters. I should be paying attention. They're all level 2. Verse is like super close to level 3 though. 3 experience off in fact, and we're pretty close to level 3 over here, 80 experience off. I don't like how the companions don't level at the same time. It makes it annoying for doing the training. But let's get down into Scarlet Chorus Camp. Good deal. Okay.
Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I
Here's
can't.
a next little interaction over here. I think. There it is. Two chorus gang bosses squaring off here. Alright. I think I'm just going to kill one of them to level my subterfuge. Rip. 13 subterfuge flavor or experience. Okay. Let's take a look around the outside of this for anything that we can gather, like that.
That wasn't so hard.
More cash.
Can't do that.
Alright, let's go inside. Too bad, I'd like to punch that guy in the face. Ooh, more over there. What is this? Small bottle. What is
Sorry,
this one? It
I
tells us
can't.
we haven't got. I thought we were just here. Says there's one right up there. Oh, we didn't loot the corpse. Okay. That's fine. I was gonna check if the coat we took off was better than Versus, wasn't I? Okay. We'll do that in a minute. We have one more vendor to check out here. Oh, we got a lot of stuff to loot in here. I wanted to see if experience from these did anything. So which one is... Next subterfuge one we find, we need to go take a look at.
Sorry, I can't.
Okay, what is that? Didn't even look. Oops. Okay, that one's... This one is locked. 35 experience. So what do we have here? We're at 337. 337, right?
Ah, got it.
And... Well, we didn't get a level up, but the other guys in our party did. Verse just leveled up off that. So it doesn't give experience. It looks like it gives experience when you level up a skill. It counts towards your total experience. So Verse just leveled off that. More junk. The junk sells and we need money at the beginning to buy spells, so I'm kind of cool with that. And we'll scoot around back here. Some more stuff. Why is that saying that we haven't looted it? I'll have to check in a minute. Have 45 subterfuge, excellent. Heart of battle. One-handed what? Which is better than what we're using. We'll have a look. When I was selecting dual wield on the character screen, it said, "Oh, it's good because you can use different types of damage." And I'm like, that doesn't sound like a good ability. Oh look, that's what it was. We found something hidden when I didn't notice. Cool. More rot spear. Rot spear is useful. Okay. All right. We want to do a couple things here. Let's go get our extra round of quests here from these characters that we talked to. All right. So it's a disfavored who's been assigned here, who's not pleased about it. Okay. Just lost favor with the people I'm trying to gain favor with. Isn't that good because I was asking what he knew. Asking why he's stationed here. Asking what he thinks about him. Okay. Piss off the disfavored while pissing off everyone all at the same time. Pretty good for us, I guess. Can I talk to that guy? No, I cannot. How about Death Knell over here? All right. Alright, told her she insults me again, I'm going to stab her to death. Seems like a good way to start an interaction. Okay, she's worried about these Scarlet Chorus getting a little bit depleted. So she's trying to get us to do some recruiting for her. Get access to a request in another location. That would be a warrior of colossal size that shout a rampant wall into submission. Alright. Let's just get the rest of the flavor text out of the way just in case there's stuff in here that's interesting. Not really. Cool. Another quest.
Can't do that.
Alright. Ooh, right.
Sorry, I can't.
Grab the scroll. I think that's the scroll of life. It's got another looting thing right there. Awesome. And we have skill ups. So we're going to assign our skill ups, deal with the merchant. Maybe we deal with the merchant first. Then assign our skill ups, and then we're going to take care of the combat in here. It's a bit of a tricky combat, so I really would like to make sure our characters are all as set up as they can be for success, because yeah, scary shit. Can we learn that yet? We don't have lore 80. Probably learn that though. Okay, sigil of strength, awesome. Let's go interact with the merchant. See your wares. Alright, gear-wise, what do we pick up? We have... It's not wares, this is wares. We have a shield, which is set. Wow, it's a decent shield, actually. Is it better than Barrack's shield over here? Probably is. Barrack's got 5 shield, 24 dodge, and 5 endurance. Yeah, that's better in like every way. Yep. What's this? Damaged leather shield. Have a one-handed bronze hammer that is how compared to your weapons. His favorite iron sword does less direct damage than that. How about here? Bronze hammer does more DPS. God, it's confusing when the names are all the same. Bronze hammer to bronze hammer. More DPS but slower recovery. What am I using? What if I just put them all in here and looked at it that way? Heart of Battle. One-handed DPS 4.29 with extra accuracy on it. What does Frenzy do? Minus 10% recovery time while has wounds. And most of these care about the DPS on it and the accuracy. 15 accuracy is pretty damn good though. And what's the rest of the damage on here? 5.38. Oh, I guess maybe that wasn't good damage. 4.29. For some reason I thought that was good damage. It really isn't though. So we should be dual wielding these 5.28. That's 5.28 crushing with 2 accuracy on it. And 5.28 with 2 accuracy. The other one is slashing. Slashing, and this is piercing. 3.23, 4.04. And we'll actually throw that in Heart of Battle in there for now. I think I can sell that for a reasonable amount. But let's get rid of these two. What is Barrack over here using? DPS 1.88? Are you fucking kidding me? What am I supposed to do with 1.88 DPS? Laugh them to death? God, we can't have you being that useless. Alright, how does this compare to what you're using? Not much better DPS. Why does DPS change for the different players here? Because it is changing when I mouse over the various characters. That's kind of weird. Must be the might of the character factoring into this. Unless I'm just hallucinating. Did this not say 5 fucking DPS? Yeah, it did. 5.38. So what is this deal right here? 4.29. 4.04. 4.04. 2.09. It's definitely, it's factoring in the DPS when I do this. I was expecting it to just give me the raw DPS of the sword. So I'd have to actually pull that off to make that comparison. Alright, well I'm gonna have to move these and look at them like that then to figure out what the fuck's going on with this character. It's kind of irritating. 2.43, 2.41. I think accuracy for him would be fine. Has no armor pen on this. It's hard for me to get a sense of what that's worth. What is 3 armor pen worth in terms of DPS? I don't actually know. I don't know how to make that comparison. That's interesting. I think most of the stuff we're fighting has some armor, and it's just +1 raw damage for every armor pen we have, which probably means DPS wise I mean, what is the... I guess we can calculate DPS. We can calculate number of swings to figure that out. Well, except I don't know the actual recovery time. If it's 4 seconds total recovery. So 9 to 11 is 20. 20 over 2 is 10. That's 10 average damage. 10 average damage over 4 seconds is what? 2.5 damage per second there. Or not 2.5 damage per second, 2.5 swings per second rather. 2.5 other way around. Holy fuck. It's late. It's nearly midnight my time. Doing this in my head as I'm thinking about this is not what I'm looking to be doing right now on stream or on recordings. And what I want to do is like write that out and look at that. But I don't actually want to mess that this much time. We're going to plug in, we're going to leave him with his current sword till we get something a little bit better. I mean, what it is what I need to think about this for is how much damage do I gain on an attack and how many attacks do I make in a period of time comparatively between the two to add the armor pen on there. And I think with this number of slow attacks, I don't actually think it matters that much, but we're going to use it anyways. Keep the sword we had. We have a two-hander we can switch to if things get more interesting. I'm going to sell Heart of Battle. It seems to be so much more valuable, but I don't really value Frenzy. Doesn't seem that great. 15 accuracy seems pretty awesome, though. I wonder if that applies for other things. Minor parrying and minor accuracy. Maybe that would be worth yielding in like an offhand for like my characters here. Do I still get the 15 accuracy if I do that? Maybe I do. If that's the case, that would be pretty good for dual wielding. That would be one of the standard sets. What's the damage here? 2.92 versus 1.88. That's 1 DPS more. Is there any armor pen on this? No. What's the value say? Value says it's worth a lot less. Go by that too. 2.75. Okay, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. It's not a relevant issue. I do want to see if let's get rid of this. Did you have spells for me? You did. Ooh, that's expensive. Can I afford it? Yeah. Okay, good. Let's get that taken care of. We need to sell some stuff. I guarantee you guys are going to be harsh on me in the comments about that. I can't be bothered right now. It's late my time and I'm tired. I'll think it through in another time when we don't have armor when we have armor that we care about more. What happened? What did I do with it? Did I sell the armor, the other armor? No, I didn't yet. Okay. Maybe I did. Ironwalker boots. These are heavy iron. Can't do anything with those. Scarlet Fury helm. Better than what we're wearing right now. Let's grab it. Get rid of that too. I could give Landry heavy armor later. Let's just hold our armor for now. Okay. Alright, let's back out of here. Picked up a lot of spell stuff and we want to get that started before we do this fight. And I want us to assign skill ups before we do this fight. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to craft some spells. If you guys haven't done that before, this is kind of cool. We picked up the Sigil of Illusion off of that interacting over there. We can make 2 spells with that. First, we can make a Spectral Blur. Marks the target in a blurred illusion, making them harder to hit. Gives them plus 30% graze deflection. Which basically downgrades the type of attack that hits you. And we have plus 30% hit deflection. I don't know what the difference between hit deflection and graze deflection is. It's kind of telling me, but I feel like they do the same thing. So I guess this maybe means when I get hit, it goes down to a graze, and when I get grazed, it goes down to a miss, is what it looks like it does. I guess that's useful. We have our lore stuff. We can get that a little bit higher. Maybe we should train first before I start crafting spells, because I'm going to want to use the lore stuff.
Got it.
So let's go interact again with them. Can I still do it with Filthy? No, Filthy can't right now. Verse can. What's her lore at right now? It seems to be intervals of 5 are important for us. So let's take a quick look at the character on Verse. Verse lore 32. Does that matter? Am I going to keep pumping all these points into lore for her to cast? I probably am. It is nice to have buff spells. I'm certainly going to do it on Barrick, because Barrick's damage seems relatively poor to me as a whole, and the enemies seem to ignore him a lot. But I don't think he's leveled. Right, he's still 2, and he was 2, and he was here before. Yeah, so he can't do anything. So it's really only Verse who has levels available right now. Do I want lore? I feel like all lore on all characters cannot be right in terms of build order. But I'm going to do it for now because I want to cast spells. So let's train up lore. Okay. Let's do a quick... let's do our crafting and then we'll do a quick save and then we'll do some fighting. Alright, what do I want? I want crafting and skills. So, let's start with this. We have Vigor. Vigor can cast... we only have one expression right now? Did I not buy a ton of expressions? Did I not learn them yet? Is that the problem? Haven't learned them yet. Don't have enough lore for that. Let's learn that. It's an accent. This is an expression though. We should have 3 by now, I thought. Did I miss a vendor anywhere? I don't think so. That's an expression. Need 80 for this. What is this boosted up to, by the way? Only boosted for 10. It's not enough. Everybody has their healing pots. What else do we have? We have these mushrooms. Revive when defeated. I'm going to give one of those to Verse because she dies all the fucking time. And on my main, we're going to take the Rod Spear. Have a potion of protection plus 2 armor for 300 seconds. I do want to use these. I never use consumables like this. I'm always saving them for badass fights and I always forget. So we might just keep doing this. Oh, I was going to check, by the way, if she got plus 15 accuracy. I guess I don't know how to check that, actually. I guess I'll have to check it on attack. Okay. So let's go back to crafting our spells. Let's grab this. We have 2 now. So we have Surge of Glory, which is damage, and we have Titan's Touch, which is the buff. This is currently at 15 lore required. Everyone has more than that, so we can buff it up somewhat. We have a intensity, a range, a duration, and an accuracy. I don't think it can miss. I'm pretty sure these buffs don't miss. I think we're going to go with... intensity brings it up to 2.5 from 2. That's not very much of a difference, honestly. And brings it up to 35 cost, which we can't actually use for some of our guys. And we can go range here. Let's go range here. And let's go range there. Okay, and let's remove these others. Alright, just remove it. Okay, and on our main, let's go ahead and upgrade this here. Has, I don't care about duration, so let's not give it duration. Let's give it range and intensity because we have a higher lore. And update. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the other buff spell here. This is the damage buff, channeled strength. I don't know if the cone hits myself. My suspicion is it does not hit myself. Affected allies gain a bonus to resolve and damage dealt, which is nice. But I'm not sure this character is going to want it. I think this might be a Landry style spell as opposed to a spell on my main character who's going to be doing damage. Let's go back to building the other spells first. I don't really want lightning spells right now. It's going to be Landry style spells again. Frost spells, same deal. Let's take a look at the illusion spells. We do have 3 expressions there. Why are the 3 expressions not available for the Seal of Vigor? So Vigor must not actually just be able to use that last expression. That's interesting. So there are 3 here. Focus Intent, Distant Impact, and Channeled Strength. Alright. So which is which? Spectral Blur. This is the resist damage buffs. This is pretty cheap too. So this could be something that my characters could cast on themselves, which would be fairly good because they would like not to get crushed all the time. Especially Verse. This might be another good one for, it's probably a buff too, right? Yeah, I don't think the buffs can miss. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think buffs auto hit, so we'll see. Let's go ahead and grab range on this. Not duration. Yeah, fuck off. I don't want duration. And where's range? 25. Let's go ahead and assign that to Barrick. And let's assign that here. And let's back out and give it range. I don't know if I want it on this character, but maybe, because it's a way, it's like an indirect heal, right? A way of keeping them alive a little bit longer. We could do intensity, or we could do duration, or we could do accuracy. I don't think accuracy is going to matter again. I think it can't miss, but I might be wrong. All right, let's assign here. Okay, what's the other expressions of this for this core? We have, oh, I did select the core, I thought. False Pit. This is a kind of weak disable, it feels like. Drops does raw damage. Raw damage is good. It's not mitigated by any sort of armor. And it gives them a prone affliction, which is they're knocked on their ass and they can't do anything. So that might be good. What can we buff it up with? Problem is, this is definitely going to have a chance to hit. And I guarantee you our chance to hit on this is going to be like super low to begin with. Doesn't mean we shouldn't use it still, but it's going to be really low. So the people who don't have any skill in this are going to be super low. This is a quickness based skill, I believe. So I think my main would have, I think actually probably Verse would be okay with this too. Verse has pretty high quickness. If I want to drop some of these other buffs on her. I don't know yet. I don't remember this. I don't think this one is that good at this stage, but we'll see. So we can make it bigger area effect. We can make it more accurate. I think would be really good for what we're doing. That brings it up to 45 already. So let's go ahead and assign that here. And then let's take a look at the last core that we can do, or the last expression, Unravel Minds. It's a faux AoE, which gives dazed, which is pretty good. It lowers their like DPS by adding recovery time to their attacks. And we can make this, what's the cost? 40 lore right now. Can make it stronger, but it's not, we can't afford it then if we use it. Can make it longer range, that we could afford. Oh, the rest of these 15, we can make it last longer. Lasts pretty long already. Accuracy, I really want accuracy on that. I'm gonna need 2 more lore. Can we get 2 more lore right now? Let's take a look at what skills we have available. On on herself rather, she has no skills. We cannot get 2 more lore on Filthy right now. So we're just going to leave it out, I think. All right, we should assign, by the way, we should assign the rest of what we're doing with this. I am unsure. It's the short and long of it. I kind of would like to use Feint. And I would kind of like to use, that's an accuracy debuff for my opponents. And I kind of would like to use Focus, not Focus Strike. Where is it? One of the stances here. So this is a question for me. I don't really know which of these is better for what we want to do here. This is an interesting stance. This is minus 15% recovery time. And recovery time is going to be, if I'm using a bunch of spells, having low recovery time is, I mean, it doesn't reduce the spell cooldown, but it does reduce how long it takes me to cast things. So I can get a bunch of stuff off in a short period of time, including attacks, which is nice. My suspicion was what I wanted to try was stacking Mighty Stance with dual wield weapons and not worrying about armor pen because I would get armor pen. So we're gonna try this. And what this should mean is between the biggest question I had basically was, what is the average enemy armor going to be? If the average enemy armor is 5 or less, Sunder pretty much takes care of that and I don't need it. If the average enemy armor is higher than 5, then Mighty could still be useful with that because we combo penetration, so we get up to 9 pen, which seems pretty strong, but I don't know yet. So I might just wait and try to visually identify what's going on with some of my opponents first before we make that decision. We got to level up here on Verse. We should take that. I'm going for, where is it? Battle Mind. So I'm going to take another point, maybe in Eternal Flame here. The dots are actually okay. We don't use a lot of bows, but maybe it would be okay still to run that. So let's grab that. And Barrick has a level up. We're going to take Clash of Iron. Verse has a skill point available. We're using bows, which are finesse and might based, and we're using dual wield, which is quickness and finesse based. I think I just want finesse. Finesse also levels parry on her. So let's throw a point in finesse. Why does she have... Oh, right, because negatives here are good. So why is she so slow, but she's not? Okay. And I don't know. I'm probably fucking up the character distribution of points in here, but this isn't... I don't have enough playthroughs in this game to get a strong sense of what all this stuff does as we level up in terms of how well do these builds work out later. How do they work out for terms of damage? So we're going to have to deal with that as we go. We also have an attribute point here. Probably some might would be good. I mean, the other thing is this kind of needs accuracy is the problem, but that will happen as his attack skills level up as we actually get some fights. Just right now, he has very, very low one-handed weapon skill. I could get a couple points in this early, but I don't know how bad that will screw up the build as a whole. So maybe we'll just take might to continue so we actually do some damage, which would be really nice. So we'll grab might, one more point in might. It does give us accuracy indirectly by leveling the skill, and the skill value counts for accuracy too. So that's not terrible. All right. So everything, does he have, in his quick bar, does he have some healing pots? He has 2. Let's give him a couple more, just in case this matters. All right. We could grab this mushroom. Let's grab 1 for this fight. This fight is hard, so let's make sure that we don't friggin' die in it. So mushroom, in case we get screwed, will pop back up. Everything else, we could take some of these. I think we're pretty good, though, on this. All right, so we have skills. We're not going to take EX. We want to check armor. I think we're ready for this fight. I'm hoping to do this fight. I've already dragged this video on a little bit longer than I want to do. It might just have to be for the next part. All right, I think we're going to do that. So we'll lead off next time with the fight. I've been saying that for like 2 episodes, but it takes a while to set up for this. So that's it. Let's go ahead and save. And I'll see you guys shortly. Go ahead and save. Thanks for watching. Hopefully enjoying it. I know there's a little bit of dealing with items and equipment and spells right now, but it's all part of the setup for this. And we will see you guys shortly.